Last game at home for a while. With the road trip looming, we can't look past the task at hand tonight. We got to go out there and get the fans behind us early on. No one wants to leave home on a down note, especially me. So I better put my money where my mouth is and go out there and ball.
The bright lights of the Oculus framing the western entry of Barclays Center here in Brooklyn. Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And a new group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Chris Bosh. Johnson, he's checked in for Luol Deng. And it's Richardson in for Goran Dragic.
Move the ball.
On the court for the Heat, Richardson is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's Winslow, then there's Johnson, and it's Stoudemire in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Robinson. That's in, and he's found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
How about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Over to the left wing. Here's the teardrop. Misses at the rim.
Hey, I like creativity and a circus finish as much as anybody. But you better be sure you got a chance to make it.
Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Heat lead by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
Well, you know, Kevin, they're going to give their teams the best chance to win no matter what the circumstance is. If that means playing young guys extended minutes, then all systems go. I mean, that's what being a pro is all about.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Miami, guys.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
On the court for the Heat, they've got Winslow. Richardson is out there with Dragic. Then there's Johnson, and it's Stoudemire in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And one of Goran Dragic's greatest traits, Greg, and a new group in for the Nets. Robinson's checked in for Lopez. Davis comes in for Young. Wayne Ellington's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. And a new group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Chris Bosh. Johnson, he's checked in for Luol Deng. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Goran Dragic. Johnson from outside. And it's Sloan with the rebound. Sloan's got 3 rebounds now in this one.
And, you know, back to Goran Dragic, many of his transition opportunities start with his aggressive defense. Very active with his hands, has the instincts to jump passing lanes, the long arms to pick off passes. Suddenly, when he gets a steal, he's off and running.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Nets have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
So for the Nets, Lopez comes in for Davis, and Bogdanovich is subbed in for Wayne Ellington. And the first half comes to a close.
Well, I'm with Eric.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. Dwayne Wade really has his... Stoudemire's checked in for Dang. Johnson comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Dragic in for Richardson. Davis in at power forward. Donald Sloan out there with Wayne Ellington. And then there's Henry Sims. And it's Karsov in at the 3. So that's the Nets 5.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Nets.
You're right, Steve, and they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, Clark, for them throughout this game.
No opportunity really to coast, although the score may appear that they did. I love the way they came together whenever things started to look bleak.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
And really, they finally got something good to happen against this team. The last 2 games they faced them weren't nearly as productive.
That's right. I mean, they'll now be 1-2 against them this season. They'll face them once more, so they could end up with a split in those 4 games.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Young. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand. And look, Joe Johnson last season, not his best statistically, but boy, did he show some heart. I mean, he was one of the catalysts for Brooklyn making the playoffs, especially when Brook Lopez returned healthy and the two could play off of one another.
Shane Larkin's checked in for Donald Sloan. White, he's checked in for Miami. Richardson comes in for Hassan Whiteside. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
Fires it up. And it's Davis missing. Talking about Joe Johnson, I'm not going to lie. Last year wasn't one of his best statistically, Clark. His shooting accuracy was on the low end. His turnover numbers were high. It wasn't very pretty.
But for Joe, Kevin, I don't think it was about the numbers last year. It was about wanting to compete and to win. And he's developed a champion's will over the years. And I would like to see him finally achieve his goal of maybe winning the championship. I think he deserves it. He's been consistent. He's been solid. And now you see some maturation with him as well.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team, Clark, by far tonight.
No question about it, Kevin. They certainly gave their fans plenty to scream and holler about. This place was rocking. It was on fire. It only got louder as that lead got bigger.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, we have Brook Lopez with us. Tell us what this means to the team. You guys really played hard.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
And hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Let us take a moment now to recognize our Jordan player of the game. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.
as I was saying, got a real big problem, all this kitty stuff. Your evil twins, CC and Dom, got you doing Vet, what was that word he was using?
Rebrand?
No. Recalibrate. All this stuff they got you doing to recalibrate your image is cost you in the hood, fam. Yo, the streets is watching, and they're not convinced.
Vic, how many times do I have to tell you? The streets ain't always right.
Nah. It's always good in the hood. Let's not forget, I am a student of human nature, all right? Take your man here. He's playing this here video game is to not address the reason why his brand Jordan sneakers are sitting on store shelves collecting dust.
Ooh.
Okay, what are your suggestions, Victor?
He wants you to rob a bodega. I'm sorry.
Look, man, I'm not talking about some focus group, all right? I'm talking about the hood. They don't trust you no more. They see you coming to the arenas wearing them tight pants y'all ballers be wearing. Your high water ankles be showing. Your pants is just so tight, man. Your ankles be choking. Air it out some. People don't see themselves in you anymore. Look at me. People don't recognize themselves in who you are. Okay, you want to recalibrate? Fine, B, go ahead. But recalibrate back to Harlem. Remind these fools where you from. Represent, you know what I'm saying? Like, where's that Jesus piece you used to rock? Now that Shuttlesworth.
With them fake chains we used to wear.
Yo, but that's my point. Yo, let me get you some nice jewels, huh? Make it flossy. Get you a new whip, something that the hood will love. Let's remind these fools that you the Harlem Renaissance up in this piece. Get a club, I don't know, something. Just throw your weight around, man.
I mean, at least get me some, too.
Yeah, and get some nice free vet, too.
Nah, but for real, in all seriousness. You think it's that bad?
Yo. Cats be laughing at your corny commercials, B.
Come on.
But that's what I'm saying. Yo, we could change all that. Hey, now, I know CC's your manager and all, but everywhere she leads, you can't always follow. Now, I'm not trying to catch no charge, but CC got people out here laughing at you, fam. Now, just let me take care of everything. You the CEO, I'm the CFO, Chief Flossing Officer. You hit me with that bread, and I got you.
CC.
How y'all doing?
CC?
Freak, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah, what up?
In private?
CC, go ahead.
Okay, well, I thought we were supposed to be having a private meeting today to discuss business.
CC, what you think we're doing?
Am I talking to you? You know what? Y'all ain't talking business. Y'all talking nonsense.
We were actually discussing the questionable nature of the promotional strategy that you and Dom have employed on Freak's behalf. Now, it doesn't necessarily resonate with his core fan base, primarily due to the fact that it negates the legitimacy of his personal background and history in favor of reaching a larger, primarily more disinterested demographic that would prefer to judge Freak's past as opposed to appreciate it.
Yo, what Yvette said, 4 times 25, 100.
Oh, so now you know your times tables. Yvette, occasionally proving that you're articulate doesn't mean you have business acumen. Beyond, of course, your clear mastery of basic arithmetic. We all know you can add up how much Freak makes.
Okay, Cece, that's enough.
No, you know what, Cece? You're absolutely
Anywho,
right.
Freak,
And speaking of basic arithmetic, how much of Freak's money do you take?
Okay, what did I just say about
A
Team
what?
Freak?
A manager?
What did I
Is that
just
what you
say
are?
about
No,
Team
the
Freak?
only members of Team
Good.
Freak in here are me and you.
Oh, you know what, Cece? This isn't the womb, okay? It's not just you and Freak.
Speaking of, how's that going for you?
Hey, come on.
Oh, snap!
You gonna let her
Hey.
talk to me like
Yo,
that, really?
It's
You need to
getting
check
way
her
too
now.
cold in. I
Yo,
ain't even
check
talking
her
about
now.
Gorilla. Yo,
Yeah.
I'm out.
You know what? I think
I'm
I'll
out.
join you.
No, darlings, please. Please, have a seat. I would just love to hear what you all were just discussing. Better yet, let me guess. Hey, yo, I'm saying, dude, what you need to do is hit up these parties. Yeah, you need to show these fools how you still have mad love for the hood. Get you some flossy jewels. Make sure every time they see you whistling the new whip. Better yet, let's get us a dealership or a club or something. Never mind that house you promised your twin sister, you promised you get for your parents who are still in the projects where you left them.
Yo, that's not fair. I ain't leaving my ass.
Hey,
and you know I'll never leave our parents in
thing,
projects.
fam. I'll take care of everything. All you gotta do is break me off with that bread. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow. You know what, Cece? I don't know what's going on with you tonight, but I think it's best you go home. We will continue our meeting here.
You asking me to leave?
Yes.
Hey, yo, freak. It's all good, man. As a matter of fact, CC, I know you don't like me. You never have. I don't know what I ever did to you. But at this point, does it really matter anymore? Look, I just want you to know that I'm really sorry. But whatever it was, I can honestly say it was not intentional. Right? Hey, freak. Think about what I said earlier, man. I ain't trying to catch no charge. Bet, you ready?
Let's bounce.
Cece. Okay, you know I love you more than life itself.
Then how come you always put them before me? I don't put anyone above you, not even myself.
You sure about that, Cece? What would you just call all this? I mean, you come in here blowing up my spot and you insult my brother?
He's not our brother.
You disrespect my woman.
Just trying to protect you.
From who? From the likes of you? But you don't think I realize that I have vultures and blood-sucking leeches in my life? Don't think I realize that you're one of them?
Bloodsucker?
Yeah, but you know what? That's what I think the problem is. It's because you realize you're no better than them and you're ashamed. But in fact, you're worse because we share the same blood. And just because they don't have the same blood running through their veins as us doesn't mean that they don't love me. Yeah, their love might be flawed, but it's true. What you need to understand is I don't need you to protect me anymore. I don't mind the people closest to me leeching off me. Yes, you do leech off me, and I leech off you too. You love business and you love me. I use that. Vic? Vic? You know he don't mind running these streets. He's my connection to things I don't want to deal with anymore, so I let him do him. I take care of him, and in return, he looks out for me in places you know you can't. And as much as you don't want to hear this, Yvette, she is the eye of the storm in my life right now. She is my only calm. She's my peace, my shelter. I use these people and they use me. I just don't call it that, Cece. I don't call what you do using me. I call what you do caring for me. Forgive yourself and forgive them for using the resources at their disposal to get what they need. And what you need to learn to do is just trust me. Okay, I've always had a good judge of character, even before I was born. Remember? Because I chose to come in this world with you. That's right. It was me and you in the womb just kicking it. Right? Right?
I was born first.
Yeah, you were. Swish.
Some people say you just a hanger-on, that you're a leech. Why is that the word?